Hey, this is Gerry Visca, the publisher of Defyeneurs, and welcome to the second edition of the Top 50 Relationship Marketing Tips. We are live with Sujan Kim of Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. Welcome, Sujan, to Defyeneurs.
Thank you so much, Gerry. It's a pleasure to be on this call and an honor to be featured in this magazine also. I appreciate everything that you set out for just ordinary people like me, myself, and to be able to tell our story. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited, Sujan, as we kick off this edition. You're the first live interview, and I'm really honored to lead this interview with you. I want to start off, there's a quote that you share in your profile, and it's really dear to me. It says, I approach each and every person with the potential for a long-term friendship. So that leads into my first question is, Sujan, how has your journey led you to relationship marketing?
Honestly, Gerry, it's been quite a long one. Just because relationship marketing for me was something of an abyss. I really didn't have any experience in it or any knowledge of the industry. And honestly, I was one of those people who thought that relationship marketing was somewhat of a scam, or that only the top people succeeded. So when I was first approached with this opportunity, I actually was not really interested and didn't really find that using my relationships to get ahead was a way of a business. But I soon came to realize that it's not about the people that I know and about the people that that surround me that were going to help me in this business, but it was actually about the relationships that I had and how I could actually help them, whether it be with the product or whether it be about the business, or even whether if it was just someone that I could build a stronger relationship. This industry has taught me that it's not about the relationships that you have, it's about how strong the relationships you have are. That's what's the most important thing about this, what I've learned. And honestly, so after knowing that it's not about just who you know, and it's really about how you know them, how deep you are with them, I've come to realize that every person I meet has that potential to be that way. It's not just that phone number, that name, where you live. It's about who you are, how you got there, and where you want to go. So within that in mind, I started to think of people as people instead of a contact and a number and a way to enhance or further my business, but rather to enhance myself, enhance the knowledge that and the affection and the bond that you have with people. So even going back to the people that I knew, the people that I've met throughout the years, I was actually able to go back to them and start a new relationship, a relationship that was founded on true affection and care.
I love that. I love how you share how can you help them. That's one thing I really admire about your profile. You can really feel the sense of friendship and trust and relationship. There's another quote, Sujan. I love it. It says here that add honesty, sincerity, vulnerability, and empathy, and you will have longevity. Just love that. So, Sujan, what gets you leaping out of bed every day? What are you excited about creating for yourself?
You know what, honestly, Gerry, those who know me really well, about 2 years ago, you couldn't get me out of bed. I was one of those logs in a bed that, you had to roll out. You see the sunlight and you think, oh my gosh, it's another day to start. But since I've been with the Nerim International, I've grown so much that I look forward to that break of sunlight. I actually sometimes wake up before daylight starts because I'm excited. And honestly, it's nothing that it didn't hit me all of a sudden. I had to work on it. And one of the biggest things, one of the key factors in getting me up in the morning is I started writing out my day the day before. So if there's something I would needed to do tomorrow, and instead of just having in the back of my mind, I started planning out my day. I started saying, okay, even to the time of my coffee pot when I'm going to turn that on, I planned it. I planned the day that the time I was going to wake up, put my coffee pot on, have my coffee, who I was going to call during my coffee break during the morning, how long I was going to do that for, wake up my daughter for school, what she was going to have for lunch, what I was going to prepare for her lunch during that day. I would set out every part of that moment. I realized that everybody is gifted with 24 hours in a day. And those who just looking upon my mentors, Anna Camp, Nancy Kang, all my mentors, they do that. They actually make each day worthwhile, deliberate. They live life intentionally. And I didn't realize, but that was probably one of the key factors in their success. So I started doing that. It didn't come naturally, of course. It doesn't nothing really does in the beginning, but I began with that, and soon after I looked forward to starting that day because I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to take me through the morning, what was going to take me through the afternoon and the evening. I looked forward to it because I knew that was going to be there. Instead of waking up, okay, so what should I do? Okay, now instead of living life reactively, I started living life intentionally, and that's what started getting me up in the day. And then in turn, I began to focus on what I can do today and tomorrow for the bigger picture of my goals and my dreams. That without having that daily intentional walk of life, there was no way I was going to get to my dreams and goals. But through this, I realized that through just the daily actions of doing things intentionally was going to get me there. And I can see it now. There's no doubt. I have no doubt in my mind now that I will get there. I mean, you know what? It's not that I will get there. I'm already on my way there. And that's, I think, with that, I take every day with that. What's that word for? There's that one word. I apologize. I've been out in Korea for so long and I'm speaking Korean that I've lost my English quite a bit. So every day I take things, I do things with honesty and sincerity and with humbleness and being vulnerable and with empathy, not just people and not just relationships, but for myself. I have to look within myself and be honest and be sincere and be vulnerable within myself. And I have to really care for myself before I can do that for anybody else. And so there you have it. I mean, I don't know if that helps, but that's the way I've been doing things.
That was really great. Sujan, I find your energy so explosively inspiring. I love how you plan out your day before the day begins and, living life intentionally. And that comes out in your energy and it comes out in your words. I just think that's fantastic. The last question I have for you, Sujan, is, what is the bigger picture of Sujan going forward this year? What does that bigger picture look like?
I think I struggle with that. Just because I have dreams, I have aspirations, and I have goals, but I still kind of feel like I'm not, there's more I want to do. I haven't figured out exactly what it is, though, that I want to do, what more it is that I want. I'm still finding myself and finding my niche and how I interact and where I belong or what part of this world I'm able to live out, or what role I'm supposed to take, or and sometimes I think I limit myself because I think I want to know what part I've always grown up with. Okay, you're a student, study. You're a business person, you study, or you work on you set your goals, your projections and whatnot, and that's business. And then I went back to graduate school, and so I was studying again. I was a student, and I was always labeled as something. And when I went to corporate world, again, I was labeled as a position, an assistant manager or a manager. It was always, that's always what defined me. But coming into this relationship marketing industry, and with Miriam International's help, and being able to grow and to understand, putting that mirror in front of me was the scariest thing. Being able to, having to someone force you to look at yourself from within was the scariest thing. And I still have not yet found exactly my entire purpose in life. All I know is that my purpose in life is to find my purpose and to help others find it too. That's where I'm at. I still have lots of growing to do, but I'm appreciative of what I have gotten so far out of being of the personal growth that I've been able to be exposed to. But having said that, I want to be able to put a ripple in people so that joy and happiness spreads. How? I haven't figured that out quite yet. I want to, honestly, I want to be able to give back in a major way. I want to be able to do, I've said it as being one of my dreams is to set up a charity, a foundation where I can help children. But there's so many charities, so many foundations, so I haven't actually pinpointed how I'm going to, in what manner, what way that I'd like to help children. But that's my bigger goal. Right now, in order to get there, I realized, okay, then I should have to start helping children now. Whether it be one child or two, I've got to start now. So the bigger picture is in the works. What I want to create is still in the planning stages, but it's in my heart. It's within me. I know what I want others to feel because I feel it too. I know what I want to give to others because I've received it. And so what it is that I want to create for me is something that will leave a legacy for my children, but not just for my children, for other people's children too. Because there's a lot of children out there that don't have that, and my heart goes out to them.
Absolutely beautiful. Just so inspiring, Sujan. Gracing the pages of Defyeneurs, pages 16 and 17. I'm just blown away by this profile, by this energy. Sujan Kim of Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada, thank you for being a part of this inspired platform. And on behalf of Defyeneurs, we truly wish you an absolutely defined year. We really, really are excited about shining a light on you, and the world is just so ready for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gerry, and thank you, Defyeneurs.